Welcome, everybody, to the Sasha and Goff live recorded. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff.
And we are back this week with our top and bottom. Well, that's a weird way of maybe putting it. Favorite and least favorite lesbians. That is right. We've done gays before. We've done so many gays on this show before. And now we're going with the ladies. We're headed to the lesbian side of things. Now, our gays episode actually did include some gay women. So there might be a little bit of redundancy here. But you know what? We needed a topic. We found a topic. And that's about it. Goff, my friend, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing okay. This topic I thought was, I don't know. I had to do a little research on this. I wanted to, obviously, two white straight males here. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, because to me, it was just like, well, bisexual means gay, right? It's like, no, it's not the same bisexual and lesbian. So either way, but yeah, so I did a little bit of research there. I love lesbians.
Yeah, research.
Don't get me wrong.
You were just Googling lesbians all week.
All week. What I don't love is the Bears losing to the Rams last night, man.
Oh, well,
I had to bring it up. Sorry.
I will say this. We record this podcast on a Sunday. So what we're doing is we are guessing ahead of time what is going to happen. So, I mean, we talked about it before this episode. We both predicted that they're going to lose. I'm just going to go ahead and say they're going to be down, let's say 17-10. Our boy Caleb's going to throw a weird 40-yard bomb to the corner.
Again, you think he'll do that again? Like he did last week?
I think it's going to be the weirdest
in the end zone, but a crazy pass.
Insane thing you've ever seen. They're going to tie it up at 17. It's going to go to overtime. They're going to get a chance to win. They probably throw an interception, and the Rams are going to win by 3. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I think
that's pretty good. That's a pretty good guess. So you're thinking 20-17 for the score, Rams?
Yeah, that's what you were thinking as well.
I was thinking that.
And you actually brought up the exact same plays like
yes.
that I just said. So
yeah.
So we're going to pretend like the Bears lost. All right. And let's just have a very sad show.
I was going to say, you know what? Instead of lesbians, what we could do is just talk about the saddest moments of our lives, starting with what's going to happen with the Bears tonight.
I'm going to predict that Alf from Melmac's going to be live at that game, too.
Alf from Melmac has been to the last, 5 Bears games. He was even, I think I mentioned it, but he was even at the Bears-Packers game in Green Bay.
Wow,
but that's awesome. I keep getting these messages of him just at the game, and it's like, what the fuck, man? He's like, yeah, my boss. And Alf from Melmac, if you're listening, what you got to tell your boss one of these days, which is one of my favorite things to tell bosses, it's good to know low people in high places.
That's true. Absolutely. Yeah. And as you can tell, we are recording this after the Bears game. We are really sad. What a season, though. Huh? Can you at least say what a season the Bears had?
You know what? I didn't think that I was going to be this, I'm not upset. When they lost yesterday, I wasn't pissed, but I'm just sad, because we talked about it. It was really fun for this city and just really fun for us. Yeah. I mean, just, I've always been I care more about my fantasy team, but it's when the Bears are actually doing good, I feel like everyone in this town is yeah. But when they suck, everyone's yeah, we know they suck. But that's what we do.
Yeah, and so today is actually the day after the Bears game. It's Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day. Yeah. And I had to work, and everyone's just bummed out. Also, it's freezing cold. It was -5 this morning. You're working weekends because it's snowing.
Yep.
That's why we're on the meats, by the way, again this week. It's just miserable and everything sucks. And we're trying to keep a positive attitude here, but just everything sucks, and it's just all right, let's just do this until things get better.
Definitely, yeah. And I had strep earlier this week. Sadie had it last week, so to be on the safe side, we kind of figured it's just one, we'll just we'll do it after the Bears game, and then also after this week, I guess.
I will say this: one positive thing for me that happened this past week was that I have officially stopped driving my truck as a second job.
Oh,
I am officially a one-job chump, as they say in the biz.
Okay.
I've got one job, and I'm no longer going after work to go drive until nighttime and then go back to sleep because I have to go back to work. I've just had enough, and the cold weather is part
Okay.
of it.
Yeah.
And just it wasn't really worth it. It wasn't working out. I didn't expect it to work out. Just not enough money to maintain a truck and insurance and all that good stuff. You know,
Yeah.
not enough to keep me going with it. Otherwise, you know, there was a good chance that if the money was still there, if the money was right and I was making money, I would still be doing it. I would be very upset because it's cold and I hate it, but I would still do it. But there's no money and it's cold. Forget it. I'm out of here. So I told them last week, the couple clients that I have left, and everybody's kind of sad because now they have to find somebody else who will work for as cheap as I was working.
No, I mean, like when you've had a reliable person like that for, I don't know, however many years you've been doing this, it's tough. I mean, especially like anytime we have to find new help at work, you know, it's just like training and everything. And then just the biggest thing is finding someone you can trust, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And so that's it. So what that means for me is like I don't have to worry about being called at 6 p.m. to go back out after I just
Hell
pulled into my
yeah.
driveway for my day
Woo.
job. So yeah, I feel okay about it, and I don't know, nothing too exciting with it, but it is end of an era. I've been doing it for 8 years. It was like my main job. I mean, technically it was my business, but I treated it more like a job because I'm not a good entrepreneur, or I'm not like I don't talk to people and try to get more work and that kind of stuff. I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah, you know, speaking of which, did you have like a name for that company or was it just your name? Or like
No,
did
I
you
had a
just
name
keep
for it. Yeah.
what was it? Come on.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
All right, okay, all right. That's fine. That's fine. I wasn't sure if it was something clever or not. Like,
No. It's not anything clever. It's actually like as anti-clever as you possibly
all
can.
right, I will get you to say it before this episode's over, or
I'll
you could
try to
even just
use
put in hidden clues like
yeah,
throughout the
yeah. I'll use
episode.
the words in the name in this episode.
But say them in Serbian, so that I gotta do some
No.
But you just speak the entire episode in Serbian.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
good
windy
stuff.
out there, Goff. It's disgusting outside, and I'm just happy to not be driving. You know, sit there, look at the stars. That was the beautiful part of the job, but I'm not going to do that anymore. So
Yeah, so
about
you're
it.
not going to be hanging out at my Oberweis anymore, or at least lurking
No,
around until we
no.
start recording there.
That's right.
That's coming soon.
And that's going to be episodes 100 through 200
Oh
live at
yeah,
Oberweis.
live at Oberweis. It was great. Like the other day, I went in for my online pickup, and right when I walked in, she's just like, "I'll get your order." It wasn't even like, "Can I get a name, please?" So I was just like, "Yeah." They got rid of the apple pie though, or it's like out of season or whatever. So I'm really bummed.
It's
Yeah.
going to be all right. Anything else you got going on this week?
No, not really, actually. But you know what? Speaking of um, my love for Oberweis, I have a little exercise I wanted to do here with you.
Okay.
It's a bracket. We haven't done a bracket in I don't know 2 weeks or so. So this is a short one though. So anyone that's just like, God damn it, another bracket, Goff and his stupid brackets. This is a really short one. And Sasha, this one is specifically for you, my friend. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this one will probably go fast, but maybe not because this is I don't know. I don't know how I want to word this, but basically, I got 8 things here that after 81 episodes of this podcast, because one of our goals when we started was to learn more about each other, you know. And so I have 8 things here that I think are like 8 of your favorite things in the entire world. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a bracket out of those, and we're gonna decide which one is actually your favorite. Okay.
Wow. Okay. I like
Okay.
that. That's all right.
All right, so some of them are very specific. Some of them are a little more vague, but I tried to be specific to not exclude. And don't worry, there's no like people or anything. So I didn't like, I'm not making you pick between like Megan and Callie and myself.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, no. Okay. So anyway, all right. You got to tell me right now, what do you like more? The Blue Meanies. By the way, last week when I said spoiler for the Blue Meanies, this is it.
Yeah.
Or McDonald's coffee.
Ooh. Wow. Well, while I mull that over.
Basically, it would have to be something like you can't have the other one ever again.
Could I have coffee in general?
Sure, I guess. Just not McDonald's coffee.
Yeah, then I'm going Blue Meanies.
Okay.
Because I could get rid of the McDonald's part of the coffee, even though I love a McDonald's coffee. Although once again, had the same problem with the app this week.
No.
Just keep giving me refunds because they're sending me to different locations. So
I
annoying.
didn't know they did that. That's good, at least, that they give you a refund. I didn't realize that if you're at the law. Okay.
No, I'm going with the Blue Meanies, and I have a little tidbit for you. I was watching a different podcast with a guitarist from the Blue Meanies, and he was talking about how the bass player of the Blue Meanies used to date a specific comedic actress because they're from Carbondale. SIU Carbondale is where like the Blue Meanies, I think, started, or at least some of them were from down there or whatever.
Okay.
So the bass player of the Blue Meanies dated, and they said this person went to many Blue Meanies shows back in the day. Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, wow.
Big Blue Meanies head, Melissa McCarthy.
I honestly was thinking Jenny McCarthy. Swear to God, like that's the first name that came to mind, but
yeah,
we'll settle with the cousin, who is much funnier and more entertaining, though.
Absolutely. Give me Melissa McCarthy all day.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Blue Meanies advances. All right, next up, playing guitar.
Yeah, you knew you were going to do this.
King of Queens.
Oh, my God. What are you doing to me?
All right. Which one are you kicking off the boat?
Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to kick King of Queens out of here.
Oh, man.
Because there's other TV shows I can watch, but I don't want to not play guitar.
You could also play the piccolo instead. I mean,
I know. Well, I have a bass now too. I could play bass, but it's not the same. Guitar is my thing. Wow, this hurts.
All right,
this is painful.
All right, next up, we got our other side of the bracket. We have the New York Knicks versus Bloodsport.
Ooh. Man, this is a very good bracket. I'm proud of you. See, I'm very proud of you.
See, even Joni was just like, you know what? I bet Sasha's gonna feel special when he hears this.
Seriously, this is great. It's really difficult and I hate it, but it's very well done.
Okay.
Oh,
all right,
man.
So Knicks or Jean-Claude Van Damme?
You know what? I'm gonna have to take the Knicks because I'm not gonna cheer for the Bulls. Stupid Bulls.
Hey, it's okay. That's a good enough answer. All right, this is your final one. Okay.
Oh no.
SNL.
Okay.
Versus Peloton.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll take SNL to advance.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Peloton, I love me some Peloton, but I could always just run outside.
You know what?
I can't watch Mad TV.
I'm clipping this and I'm sending it to Susie Chen. You're out of there.
Susie Chan, first of all. Second of all, she high-fived me in a class yesterday. So thank you.
Good
we did it.
Good call. We did it, buddy. All right. Blue Meanies playing guitar.
That's messed up. That's so messed up. Playing guitar advances.
Okay. All right. So
I've never chosen anything over the Blue Meanies in my life.
New York Knicks versus SNL.
Oh man. Well,
time to start.
It's funny because
Nets.
Both the New York Knicks and SNL have only had like 4 good seasons in their careers.
Hey, also both
zing.
New York.
Just kidding. I'm gonna take. Man, I'm gonna take the Knicks. I'm gonna take the Knicks.
Wow, I really thought you were gonna take. All right, well then, playing guitar or watching the New York Knicks.
I'm taking my guitar.
Okay,
I'm taking the guitar.
Your favorite thing is the guitar.
It's a passion that I've had for 25, 28 years of my life, and also has been like rejuvenated in the past year while I've been learning music theory and
that's awesome.
Improving a guitar more than I've improved in the past 20 years in the past 6 months for sure.
So did you start playing music like because of your love of other music, or did you get more into like which one came first? Because like obviously you got really into like punk music in like high school. I mean, is that when you started playing, or were you playing before, or what?
No, I started like eighth grade going into high
Oh,
school,
okay,
and Nirvana. It was Nirvana for me.
nice.
Like Nirvana was like I don't know. Here's another thing. I had friends who played guitar and bass and stuff. Like they started like a year before me, let's say. And I don't know if I would have started playing at that time if it wasn't for them too. Because I was like, oh, they have a guitar. Maybe I can get a guitar. Most of the stuff I've done in my life, I've just assumed that I cannot do. Like that, like it's you just don't do it. Like wrestling or like literally anything. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, you're allowed to do that, and then you just like get a guitar and you're like, oh, I guess I play guitar now. But if I didn't have other friends who were playing music, I always wonder if I would have started playing the guitar or not. But Nirvana made me want to play guitar, if that makes sense.
No, that's awesome. Good
Yeah,
stuff. Good stuff. So playing guitar, your favorite thing in the world. Hell yeah.
that was
Good
really
stuff.
thoughtful and a very nice bracket. I'm
Good
appreciative
reality
for
check
it,
for you.
and
Awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, you got it, man. So,
Cool.
that's all I got. You know what? I just have one more question for you. We don't have to get super into this. Just it was brought up the other night. What's your take on Trader Joe's? Yay or nay?
Yay all the way.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
you're a big,
you're an
big fan, huh?
anti-Joe guy.
I'm not. You know what? I'm like a meh guy. So I'm like in between, I guess. I
We
don't know.
never
I think
get
they're
it.
kind of overrated. Yeah.
Anytime we get it, I like it, but we live too far away to go to one. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
That means it's time for thumbs up, thumbs down. Talking about the stuff that we've watched, listened to, stuck in our orifices this week, whatever it is going to be. I'll start off. I got a couple things that I think you might be interested in. First and foremost,
Okay.
here's one that I don't think you're going to be interested in, but
Perfect.
I watched a Rolling Stones documentary. Now, you're not a Rolling Stones guy, right?
I'm very like, yeah, if they're on, cool. Like I have
Okay.
nothing against them, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm like a huge fan, but yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, like AC/DC, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
the Rolling
That's a
Stones, I'm
different one.
like, all right. It,
Yeah.
it could be worse than this. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah. Good
I'm
call.
not a huge Rolling Stones fan, but I recently read this one thing that was talking about like the 40 greatest music documentaries of all time. And number one was this one that I watched. It's called Gimme Shelter. It's from 1969, I want to say. So they were all like 25 years old, like
Wow.
very young. The Rolling Stones were a massive, massive band at the time. Woodstock had just happened 3 months earlier, and the Rolling Stones decided to try and do a West Coast
Oh
Woodstock.
yeah. Altamont or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
at
heard
the
of this.
the Speedway out there, and so they wanted to do a free show. It ended up being like the worst possible thing
Hmm.
because, well, there was a death at the show, and
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh, somebody took too many drugs and whatever. This was so what this documentary is. It's kind of showing you Rolling Stones playing some songs and talking about them and blah blah blah, and the whole thing is leading to this one massive show, a free for all. Woodstock was awesome because it was free, and that was the thing of that time. Peace and love, and a free event for everybody. Just show up, and that's why so many people came and like enjoyed and whatever. And so they were trying to do the same thing on the West Coast, and they're documenting this process. They have a manager who's kind of a douchebag. At least me watching, I'm like, this guy's kind of a douchebag. But basically, they get the Hell's Angels, the
Yep.
motorcycle gang, to be security
Yep.
for this show. And the show featured other bands. I think the Grateful Dead were on it. I think there were a couple other bands. One band actually left. It might have been the Grateful Dead, left without playing because of what like started happening at the show. So all these people show up, massive, massive show, very little security, very little anything. And all of a sudden, people are getting a little bit out of hand. Now, there's no railings. Like, people are literally elbows on the stage, completely surrounding the stage. I mean, you can imagine like thousands and thousands. I don't know how many people were at this, but it was an insane amount of people. And there's no security, barely any security, whatever. So anytime anything starts happening, Hell's Angels started drinking earlier in the day, and then, they're getting a little agitated with all these hippies and whatever. They start busting some heads. Then the bands like stop and they're like, please stop fighting. This happens many, many times throughout the entire show. And eventually it gets to the point where like the Rolling Stones come out and once again, Hell's Angels are there and they're beating people up. And then Mick Jagger's like, come on, we got to stop beating people up. And they stop the show. They're like, we're going to leave if you don't, stop doing these things. Well, and then something happens where a guy pulled a gun and looked like he was going to shoot Mick Jagger. And one of the Hell's Angels saw it and stabbed the guy in the head. Jeez. Now, this documentary shows you right up to the point where the stabbing is about to happen.
Like, they got footage of that, huh?
They have footage and you see it and they stop it and they highlight it. So you get to see what really happened. Now, I think what happened was a lot of people thought the Hells Angels were to blame for this. I think what happened after all this was like there were lawsuits and there was all this crazy stuff. And I'm not sure, but I think the Hells Angels kind of saved the Rolling Stones. But then then Mick Jagger, like, this is just random stuff I read on Wikipedia. They like put a hit out on Mick Jagger at some point afterwards. The Hells Angels did, because he was like talking bad about them for this.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't know. I think it's kind of like a he said, she said type of story. But I mean, the guy's got a gun, the other guy's got a knife, and it's just crazy. A, that they have the footage. B, that this documentary is Mick Jagger watching the footage and reacting to the footage.
Wow.
And so, like, for the entire documentary, I was like, this is just another documentary to me. They're at a hotel and they're singing and they're this and they're that. But then after you see the end of it and you see what happens, you're kind of like, oh, I get it. Like, this is a crazy documentary. And I'm not giving anything away by giving you what happened at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well worth watching, knowing that this is what happened. So huge thumbs up for Gimme Shelter. I don't know what I watched it on. I think it's on Apple TV, actually. But, yeah, thumbs way up.
Nice.
Nice. How many you got? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I have 2.
Why don't you give me one of them? Give me one so I don't keep talking.
Oh, okay, no problem. All right, so I got 2 movies. I'll give you the first, obviously. Where do I want to go first? Sad or happy? I'll go sad because we're talking about the Bears this week. District 9. You ever seen this movie?
No, never heard of it.
All right, so this movie came out 2009. This movie actually was a nominee for Best Picture in 2009. It was really weird, actually, because there was 10 movies that year. It was a pretty good lineup, too. I forgot what they were. I looked at it beforehand, though, just to make sure. And this movie was actually nominated for 4 Academy Awards. It didn't win any. But anyway, it's an alien movie, and it's a very just bleak, I don't want to say disturbing, but I mean sad movie, because it's just like an alien spacecraft comes down and it like lands, or it's hovering above Johannesburg, Africa. And so like after like a while, our military goes up and we're like, what the fuck? Like, because they're not attacking or anything, and you find out this spaceship literally just came here on accident and it's like just stuck. So all these aliens, we end up taking them as like refugees. So it's really like a lot of what's going on these days too, so it's like, fuck, this is still relevant. But anyway, it's just like, and then eventually, like, all these aliens, after 20 years, they're still living on Earth. All the humans fucking hate them because it's like they're the resources we need to like keep them alive and everything, and it's like they're gross, disgusting, like. But you feel for these aliens that look awesome too, by the way. But it's like, so District 9 is like the little area that they put them all in, and it's just they're living in fucking squalor. I mean, it's like, you just take like how bad it is in some parts of Africa already and just make it so much worse. But yeah, it's a really, I mean, like I said, for being like a sci-fi movie and being like an Academy Award, a lot of violence, a lot of cool CGI and stuff, but this movie looks great. I give it a huge thumbs up. It's from 2009. I remember seeing it in theaters, so it's not like I just came across this, but it was on Netflix, so I was like, hell yeah. Very depressing though, but District 9, fucking awesome movie. So
Nice. I got two more things for you. I'll give them to
Okay.
you both. First and foremost, we've talked about John Candy recently. I recently watched a documentary on him.
yeah.
And a lot of people have said I need to watch this movie, Uncle Buck. I finally
Oh
watched
hell
Uncle
yeah!
Buck.
Please
I
tell me
thought
you liked Uncle Buck.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for
All
Uncle
right,
Buck.
you
I
son of a
enjoyed the
bitch.
movie. Good movie, very funny, very Macaulay Culkin. It was excellent. The
Yep.
little sister too was very good. John Candy was excellent. The older sister jerk, but
She does
like
suck.
part of the movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
The one thing that I could not really get over is John Candy's love interest in this movie.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not this guy. I am
Yeah.
not this guy. But she looks like Jack Nicholson, man.
Well, see that what? That's so funny you say that because at first I was thinking of Aunt Becky from not Aunt Becky. What's her name on Roseanne?
Oh, yeah,
The next
yeah.
door neighbor. But yeah, okay, you're talking of Shanice or whatever. His yeah, the
Yeah.
one that works at the auto shop.
That, like, you know how they say a handsome woman?
Yep.
She was
Will
not,
appreciate that one.
yeah. Although I don't know that she was handsome, but it was, I don't know. She took me
Yeah.
out of it because I was like, how is this your love interest, John Candy? And I feel horrible saying that. I don't like to make fun of looks or whatever, but
One of
it
my
was like
favorite.
zoom out at least a little bit
Yeah.
for me,
I love the part at the end when he goes to the party to get the girl back, and
Yeah.
he's on his way there, and he pulls up, and like there's parents next to him, and the dad's just like, "Hey man, I wouldn't go in there with that hat on; they'll kill you."
Yeah.
But that's great, and yeah, Miles and Maisie, the little kids are great, and yeah, John
Yeah.
Candy just like bug. What's your
Overall,
last name? Spray.
excellent movie. Really enjoyed it. We'll definitely watch it again sometime.
Oh yeah.
And then the other blast from the past that I did this week, I watched a 1984 legendary film called Terminator, the original
Ooh,
Terminator.
nice.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as the bad guy
Yep.
in Terminator 1. Now, this was crazy because I didn't think that I liked Terminator 1. And then I realized that a lot of the scenes that I remember that I thought were in Terminator 2 were actually from this movie.
Okay.
So now I'm not really sure what Terminator 2 is, but I
It's
thought
better.
Terminator 1 was awesome. Like, this was a great movie.
yeah.
And especially like the end of the movie, there's just like 7 scenes in a row where you think Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be like destroyed.
Yeah.
And then he's not. And and every single
Keeps
one of those
coming back,
scenes
yeah.
was awesome. Like, they were just really, really good. I love the movie. I started it on Saturday night and I was up till like 1 a.m. and I couldn't finish. I was like, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. And I woke up Sunday morning and I watched the last 30 minutes or whatever. But I absolutely love Terminator 1984. I didn't realize it was 1984. Like, the graphics and stuff, it didn't look horrible to me. Some of it's a little cheesy or whatever, but it wasn't like really bad or anything. I thought the movie was great. My only question, I guess, is like, so he's a cyborg. I know they have all these like laser guns and stuff like that. Why don't cyborgs just like have built-in like eye guns, like eye lasers or something?
do.
Like, they need weapons. Like,
Yeah, it seems like when they show them in the future when they're the robots, like I can't remember if they have like if their hands are. I think they are holding guns. That's a good point though. Yeah, you would think just like if they're built machines, they might as well just have laser like shoulder cannons and stuff like that. And
they're like, we'll destroy you, but first we have to find a shotgun from the gun store. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, that's a lot darker too, that movie. Versus because the second one was like obviously it's a hard R too. It's very violent, but it's like way more spectacle, with all the CGI. This one is just like, Arnold fucking killing people, man. The part where he like breaks into the girl's apartment and he thinks it's Sarah and just like shoots her in the back. Like that part is just like, damn, like it's in slow motion and like, that's like
and like the gun store guy who's like, I guess I'll close up early, and he just shoots them, and you're like, what is happening?
Or the entire police station.
Yeah,
It's like, good God. Great movie though.
Great movie, great movie. I'm happy I watched it. It's been a long time, and now I'm kind of excited to watch T2 because I totally thought some of the scenes were from T2, and now I don't know what's over there. So,
all right. Well, Joni did. I'm gonna get her to watch it. I thought that was one of the things. So maybe we should just have a double date. We'll watch T2. What do you think?
no deal.
All right, cool.
What do you got?
All right, I got one more, and it's also James Cameron. Okay, this is he directed T1 and T2. By
Father
the way,
of
I'm not
Kirk
sure if
Cameron.
you knew. You're just
I
like,
had no
okay.
clue. I was like, I've heard the name, but
Yeah, James Cameron. You're like, oh, ex-husband of Catherine Bigelow. Anyway, Avatar: Way of the Water. This is
okay.
not the brand new one that's in theaters. This is the one that's it came out in 2022. The second Avatar movie. I know you have not seen this.
Nope.
I thought it was fucking incredible. Like, visually, the plot was like fine, I guess. One to actually, I didn't say it about District 9, but like a comparison with that and then this movie, it just keeps like how awful humans are. So in this one, it's all about like we find this planet and these people are living peacefully, and guess what? We're gonna terraform because they've got resources. We're gonna just like blow everything up. Drop nukes, start shit on fire, kill all their animals, everything like that. So it's like you're watching it and it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like the whole
Yeah.
movie, it's just like kind of, but it's visually probably the greatest movie I've ever seen. Like,
Wow.
it's because I watched it on Disney Plus. It's on there now. And since I got that the new TV for Christmas, I'm like trying to watch all these cool like new movies and stuff. And that one came out in 2022. It is the third highest grossing movie of all time. It's so weird because the Avatar movies, like everyone knows what they are, but it's like everyone has seen them and then just kind of forgets about them. Because like the
So
last
number
Avatar,
2 is Titanic.
nope, number 4 is Titanic. James Cameron has 3
Whoa.
of the top 4 though.
Wow.
Number 1 is Avatar, the first one. Number
Okay.
2 is Avengers Endgame. Number
Whoa.
3 is the other
This Avatar.
this Avatar, and then yeah, 4 is Titanic. I
And
forgot
5
what
is
5 is.
Encino Man.
No, actually 5 I think is Avengers Infinity War. It's actually the other one there, but yeah, it's Encino Man. But yeah, so the Avatar: Way of the Water. Um, you don't have to see the first one to see this, but I mean, I don't even know if you guys have Disney, but anyone, I would say, literally put this movie on for like 45 minutes and you'd just be like, holy shit. The movie itself, though, way too long, 3.5 hours. It's just because James Cameron wants to show you what he can do with his CGI. So every scene in the movie is way too long. And there's like some like prolonged scenes of like basic animal torture, but it's like, I don't know. At least that's how I saw it. It's like,
What do
man,
you call like Terminator's special effects? Like it wasn't CGI, it was just like special effects or something? Like what do you
anything like, so if it's done on a computer, it's CGI, this computer generated image. The
But
other
when was
one is like
CGI like invented?
I mean, when God, there's so many movies that have just like stupid bull crap like that I mean, like, I don't know like what the origin of it, but like the other one usually is practical effects. That's when it's like real. Like if
Okay.
there's, someone's head gets blown up and they actually use makeup and prosthetics and stuff. But yeah, CGI though, I mean, like for Terminator, I would assume, yeah, a lot of the scenes with like the robots has got to be CGI, but
Like
I
they
mean,
show a lot of these like planes
yeah,
flying
the
through
huge
Los
Skynet
Angeles.
things.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
look kind of like cheap and whatever. I like that. I don't like this
yeah.
CGI, everything looks the greatest of all time. And by the way, Terminator was predicting what Los Angeles looked like after a nuclear event in
Jeez.
2029.
Yeah,
It's 3 years away.
I know.
They could be right.
I know, man. I know. I love watching
CGI.
movies where you see the past already happened. Like there was
Yeah.
this one of my favorite sci-fi movies. It's called Class of 1999. So when my brother and I watched this, I think we saw it in like 1996, and I was in junior high, and I was like so scared that that's how high school was gonna be because it's all about gangs and drugs and stuff. It's awesome though. Great movie though. But yeah. Anyway, so Avatar: Way of the Water, also a thumbs up. If
Okay.
you want to see some cool spectacles. So,
And that brings us to the hot topic of the week, which is our top 3, our favorite and least favorite lesbians. Let's get this party started with our favorite lesbians. I'm going to start things off with my number 3, Jenna Von Oy. That's right. You know
Didn't even
Jenna Von
know.
Hoy. You're
Kinda sad
surprised she's
now.
a lesbian,
I
according to
wonder.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, this
She was
list is gonna
married
like.
for many, many years until 2023 when she came out as a lesbian, and that
Okay.
is enough for me to put her at my number 3.
Whoa.
6 from Blossom.
Awesome. Okay, my number 3 is Portia de Rossi, playing
Nice.
my one of my favorite blues characters, Lindsay. You know, I was thinking about this for a while. The shows are actually very similar. This and Schitt's Creek, Arrested Development and Schitt's Creek. So I almost feel like Lindsay Bluth was almost like Alexis before Alexis. I think Alexis has like better catchphrases and stuff, and maybe was like a more likable character. But I mean, just as far as being so just out of touch with reality and just being so lazy and kind of worthless. And well, I mean, like Alexis finds her calling, but Lindsay never does. But yeah, Portia de Rossi is awesome because of
I
Lindsay
agree,
Bluth.
and that's why she's my number 2.
All right.
Big fan, hilarious, absolutely great in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Everyone in that cast
You
is
know,
obviously great, but
I hate to say it though, but like she doesn't have a ton of acting, or maybe she did before, because I know she doesn't act anymore. So it's like I feel kind of bad picking her because she has such a kind of a minimum, at least for me, like, you know, Arrested Development. I don't remember much of her career before that.
yeah, I feel like she's known for being Ellen's wife
Yeah,
or whatever,
that's why
and
I kind of
Arrested
like
Development.
yeah, like I kind of wanted to give her the Arrested Development aspect of it because it's almost like she got to quit acting because she didn't need to anymore. You know, it's almost like one of
Yeah.
those. But
Well,
for a
Arrested
while,
Development is a great thing to have on your resume. I mean, one of the
oh
best
god,
comedies ever.
yeah. She actually, her and Drea Di Matteo, like I got them mixed up a lot, like earlier, just very similar. All right, my number 2, you're not gonna know who this is. It is a character, well, an actress from The Wire. Her name is Felicia Parsons. She played a character named Snoop on The Wire. One of the like just the most cold-blooded, scary ass characters. This is she is just very short, ghetto. And I'm not like talking any shit or anything. Like there was actually like a documentary about The Wire where she was talking about like I think it was Method Man, who was another one of the actors in the show. He saw her at a bar, and actually the first question he asked her was, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Like not trying to be mean, but like was just so intrigued by how she looked, and he's like, "We got to get her on the show." And yeah, so she's actually I don't know if she's gay on the show. I mean, like I would think so, just based on the character. But yeah, she's just a cold-blooded, ruthless ass character. I think she's only in one season, but she's awesome. So yeah, Felicia Parsons, who plays Snoop on The Wire.
Okay, sounds good. It looks like it's Pearson or Parsons. They like
Is it
both.
Pearson?
It
Felicia.
looks like Pearson, but then also Parsons came up. So I don't know. It's weird.
Oh,
But
okay.
her
I
Wikipedia
put
says Pearson.
okay. I
So
put. Oh, all right.
either way,
Just look
I
up
can
Snoop
confirm
from The
she
Wire.
uh, stereotypically looks like a lesbian.
Yes, very much so.
Speaking of which, my number 1 is Fortune Feemster. I don't know if you know her, but she's a hilarious comedian. She's also got a talk show with Tom Papa on Sirius XM radio. She's very, very funny, and she's very likable character. I don't know if she's considered a clean comic or not. I don't know that I've watched too much of her stuff, but everything that I like, it's very, very good. She's from the South, where they don't really like gay people. A lot of people in the South.
What?
Sorry if I'm speaking out of turn here, but yeah. So she grew up in that type of environment or whatever. But she looks like a softball player. She looks like whatever stereotypical lesbian woman. But
Marla
she's
Hooch.
absolutely hilarious, and
What's her
I'm a
name?
big fan. Fortune Feemster.
Fortune Feemster.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like Aquafina. Maybe it's just because of the fiend part. Anyway. All right, my number 1. And I feel kind of bad about this was because when this show started, I was openly against this person just because I thought she was obnoxious and annoying. And that person is Kate McKinnon, who has done a
Oh,
huge turn. And I think she's absolutely hysterical. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just needed to see her in more things. And even though I know I do think she's pretty typecast. I mean, she has a specific role. And most recently, I was watching the Barbie movie with my daughters. It was just on. She plays the like the weird like the reject one, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. She's based like, have you seen the movie or do you know what I'm
No,
talking
but I've
about?
seen a lot of like clips of her,
Okay.
and they did something on like the Jimmy Kimmel show one night with her as that character, and
Okay.
like all the Barbie people or whatever. It's
Yeah.
a very funny character,
Yeah, it's
goofy
hilarious.
and
Yeah, she's got
yeah.
like marker on her face, her hair's chopped off just
Hmm.
because she's basically the one. But actually, that's a really funny movie too, and very clever, by the way that they made an actual Barbie movie, very funny. But yeah, I and then what did I see her in recently? I forgot. Oh, the Roses, the War of the Roses movie, that remake. I thought she was hysterical in that. So and then I will quickly jump into my my notables. I got Jane Lynch. I love her in that. Well, just how dirty she gets in like 40-year-old virgin. I think she is fantastic in that. And then just other. I never got into Glee, but other stuff she's been in. She's like role models. She was really good in that too. And then I also like Niecy Nash from Reno 911,
Oh
and I
yeah,
thought
good
she
call.
was fantastic in the Dahmer show, which we talked about. I don't know, a few
Yeah, she's
episodes back.
another person who was like married to a man and then eventually was like, I am a lesbian,
Hmm.
and now she's a lesbian. I like Aaliyah Shawkat. How do you pronounce her
You know
name?
what? I looked her up. I didn't see the I think it's Alia. But
Alia.
yeah,
Okay.
but also yeah, but she was definitely she was on my mind.
Wanda Sykes. I wanted to know what you thought about Wanda Sykes.
You know what? I don't I think it's annoying that I always say, "You know what? Like I'm going to drop some great knowledge on you." Wanda Sykes, I think I probably would pass on Wanda Sykes, but I think her character on Curb Your Enthusiasm, she plays herself on Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Yeah,
but she's always there when Larry's doing something like stupid or scandalous. It's like
yeah.
one of those, like, yeah, he looks over and she just happens to be there. So I think that's hilarious. But overall, I don't know. I think she's kind of annoying.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got for my potent notables. So I'll do my top.
Wait,
Huh?
can I,
Huh?
before we get to our bottoms, there's one that I had kind of in between, and I wanted to know what you
Okay.
thought. And it's Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, I thought of Rosie O'Donnell, and I didn't put her on either one of my
That's
lists
I
because
put
I'm
her with a
kind of like,
question mark. Yeah.
yeah,
Like I love her in A League of Their Own, which we talked about with our Tom Hanks movies. And
me too. Yeah,
yeah, I
and
mean she's been like I think overall I compare her to Roseanne. I hate to do that, but maybe just like their look and stuff. And it's like, yeah, growing up, it's like, no, Roseanne was the really fucking obnoxious, annoying one. Rosie O'Donnell was just the one that was fighting with Donald Trump for the last 20 years. And
yeah,
uh
yeah.
so it's like, oh, okay.
I'm
But
with you.
yes,
I
no,
can't even figure out where on the list she is. I think at some point I probably thought she was annoying, and then at some point I was like, oh, she's all right. And so now
that's
I'm
what,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm too old
Oh,
to have an opinion on on that or whatever.
okay.
Like you get softer with age. I'm just like, yeah, she's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she can live. All right, all right.
We'll
Go
let
ahead
her
and
live.
start it.
My number three least favorite lesbians. I'm gonna go with Sandra Bernhardt on this one.
Okay, that's a good
Um,
one.
it's not even that I'm that much against her because I think she was a stand-up comedian, so you automatically get points with me for that. But she always has the look on her face of just like disgust or something like that.
She she reminds me of a white version of Wanda from In Living Color, the that Jamie
Oh,
Foxx
okay.
plays. Because her she kind of has the lips almost like the duck lips, but yeah.
Yeah, and she's never played a character that's like uplifted, or I've never seen her play a character that's like positive and uplifted. It's always just like a drag and obnox and like super sarcastic and whatever, and it's the same thing. So I'm putting her at number three. There's not a lot of hate there. It's just I don't know, a little bit of dislike at my number three.
Okay. All right, so I had a little bit of a harder time with this list. It was just, I don't know, I'm going through and it's like, I don't know, I don't dislike enough.
Yeah.
So this one here is actually a character. And it's more recent because I talked about it last week. This is the character Robin from Stranger Things, played by Maya Hawke, I think is her. It's Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter, I think. Are they the two that are? Anyway, so she came on Stranger Things, I think, in season 3. And when she was first introduced, she was kind of like, yeah, just like talky, kind of loud mouth. And it's like, oh, we think she's going to be like has a crush on this guy. And then, like, one of the big spoiler, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, one of the big, like, turns or the reveals is that she's gay. And it's like, oh, she doesn't actually have a crush on this guy. There's someone else. So it was like, okay, that was fine. Like, at that point, I liked her then. But then I feel like as this show has gone on, she's only there to try to push the. So one of the big reveals in season 5 was that this other kid was gay that we knew about since like season 2, but they had to make a huge scene. And I feel like she was there this season just to push him up to do that. So a character that like I once liked, and then she just got too annoying to where it's like everything she's saying is just like shut the fuck up, and she's just talking too loud. And she's like the character is supposed to be like that. I mean, she's very high strung and everything. Like even the characters on the show, the other ones are kind of telling her at times to shut up, but yeah, it's working. So
I like
yeah.
that you were like, I don't really know about this one, and then you had like 6 minutes on why you did not like this person.
No, I think it was more so I was giving the preemptive, like, I'm not trying to say I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway,
So on
what's your number
SNL
2?
this weekend, there was Finn Wolfhard was
I
the
saw
host,
that.
and they had a couple different Stranger Things type situations, skits and stuff like that. So you might like that stuff. It was, and one of them was talking about how like whoever came out on a show, how it was just so like it took forever and it was like
Yeah.
elongated. And
So
he's
that's
like,
exactly what happened. That's what
he's
I was
like,
just talking
I
about.
love D and D, Dungeons and Dragons, like everybody, you know. And so it was just like this. I don't know anything about Stranger Things, and it was still pretty funny stuff. So, okay, my number 2, I'm going with U.S. women's soccer player Megan Rapinoe.
Yeah.
No, I don't like this person because every time I see them, they seem incredibly arrogant and whatever.
Well, just like almost like trying to pick fights too, it seems.
Yeah. And then they picked a side. She picked a side that, you know, I might not agree with equal pay for women's soccer, which like I kind of agree and disagree. I'm just like, look, if people show up and go to that game, then you should get paid for it. It shouldn't just be like, we are women and we are doing the same thing. We should get paid. You should get paid more if more people are coming to watch your thing. It shouldn't be an equality thing. Men should be less equal if they're not producing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you can argue that the women's team has had more success than the men's team, but that's not what, like, where the money comes from. The money comes from, I assume, sponsors and this and that and stadium tickets and whatever. I don't know. That's why I'm not too passionate about it. But she herself seems kind of arrogant. And then there was this one video that went around, and I'm sure she signs many, many autographs for many people. But this is the one that I saw, and this is the one that, of course, is like all over the internet, where like a kid comes up to get a soccer ball signed by her, and she's just like not looking at the kid, just signing the ball, and then kind of like, get out of here, you know. And Ric Flair did that to me once, and I have not forgiven Ric Flair for doing that to me. So I'm not gonna, let Megan Rapinoe slide on that one either. So that's my number 2, Megan Rapinoe. Even though honestly, maybe I agree with her on a lot of stuff. It's just the couple things that I've seen have really turned me off of her.
You don't like her because she's got cooler hair than you.
Yeah, any hair is better than what I got.
All right, my number 2 is Rebel Wilson, who I give her credit, give her kudos in the world. She lost a ton of weight. She looks great now, but I just think she's annoying. And I don't think it's the accent, because I love Australian accents. I think and like I'm mostly just familiar with her from the Pitch Perfect movies, which I am a big fan of, and I just think she's the most obnoxious character in those movies. And I also just don't think she's a great actress, and I don't think she's that funny either. So that's it.
Okay.
Rebel Wilson.
All right, and my number one is Ellen. It is the
My number
opposite
one too.
of Portia de Rossi.
Spoiler.
We don't have to go into the
We
details
don't
of it.
because we already did this in our gays episode, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
she was
and
number
like if
one
you
for our
know
worst there
Ellen,
too.
yeah, if you know Ellen, you know the negatives of Ellen.
Mhm.
And I think she came back. I think she was back in America now. She left. They were
Oh.
living in England or something, and then they kicked them out of England, and they're
Yeah, we don't
headed
want
back.
you either.
My only potent notable is one that I love her character. I love what she does, but I've heard some stories that I don't like about her. I'm going Amanda Bierce, Married with
Oh,
Children,
yeah,
Marcy.
Marcy Darcy.
Absolutely love the character, but
Oh,
I have heard, I recently I watched, so they're doing a Married with Children reunion with the the Bundys,
okay.
in Los Angeles. Then I think it's like next week, possibly. And I've been seeing some clips, and Bud Bundy was talking about Amanda Bierce and how, like, at some point during the show, she became a director. So, and she ended up directing like 30 of the episodes or something like that. And when she became a director, it kind of went to her head. And Ed O'Neill had to go to her and be like, the show can go on without you. It can't go on without me, basically. And they've butted heads ever since. Like, they do not get along, and
It's a
and
power
whatever.
move.
and honestly, Team Ed O'Neill all the way. We've had a bracket that he won. I love everything about Ed O'Neill. There's not one thing that I've heard negative about Ed O'Neill. I put him in the above Tom Hanks category.
Above Tom Hanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Last week I was gonna ask you a question, and I was like, no, I'll ask you later, and I forgot. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
I mean, I don't like Tom Cruise, so
Okay,
yeah, Tom Hanks
good.
all
Okay,
day.
that was easy then. All right.
Weird side note: our dear friend Useless Dave sent me an image a couple weeks ago. Amanda Bierce is actually doing the Midwest Toy and Comic Fest in Springfield, Illinois, at the Illinois State Fairgrounds building. I think it's like $10, and you can go meet her if you want to see if she's actually nice or not. Should we just go and be like, "Hey, we heard you aren't nice. What do
we'll
you
just
think?"
talk to her for like 10 minutes, and then it's like, yeah, she's fine. Just walk away or whatever.
We're gonna change our list. She's number 3 in my top 3 lesbians. So,
yeah. That's funny, actually. I guess since we're plugging our friends telling us about events going on, Greek Pete sent me a message on Instagram that Michael Winslow is coming to the Comedy Vault in Batavia, Illinois, January 30th and 31st. So,
and I already knew about
tickets
that
now. Yeah,
I was telling people at work about it, and they're like, "Who's Michael Winslow?"
Did you tell Pete? You're like, "Hey, send this to Goff, then maybe he'll go."
I don't know if I'd go see Michael Winslow. Oh, I do have another event. It's in Canada. Maybe we should go to this one. It's the largest police academy reunion in Canadian history.
That'd be
featuring
pretty awesome.
3 people. Do you want to guess the 3 people?
All right, okay, so is Steve Gutenberg one of them?
That's one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that the big breasted blonde woman, Callahan, is that her name? No, she's not there.
I wish.
All right, so Michael Winslow?
No.
Oh.
And that's the one that shocks people.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what we got left. We got Bobcat Goldthwait. We got the guy that plays Sweet Chuck.
Yep. You got
okay, there we go.
You got both of them.
All right. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm all in for going to that. Hell yeah.
But what about like Sweet Chuck and Zed? I said Zed, right? Yeah,
I think you said Bobcat Goldthwait, but whatever. Yeah, Zed.
Yeah, that's Bobcat, or when they're partners, and I think Citizens on Patrol. But yeah, back to Sweet Chuck. I think it's the second one when he has like a broken arm and he walks into the
gay bar.
Oh God, the Blue Oyster. Yeah, and he has the arm out, so he just walks right into the guy. It's like, nice outfit. Makes me wish I wore my sailor suit.
One of the greatest movie franchises of all time.
Hell yeah. Do you like the skateboard scene from Citizens on Patrol? Are you like one of the, because I'm just growing up with that movie, that was one where it's like, yeah, when that scene came on, it was probably like 15 to 20 like takes of that.
Yeah, not really.
A young David Spade.
Yeah, it's kind of cool seeing him now. I didn't realize it was David Spade when I used to watch them, back then.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew it was David Spade until like a couple of years ago, which is
No, I think when
crazy.
that movie came out, he was nobody. So
Yeah. Yeah, but whatever. All right, that's it for the show. That's our top and bottom lesbians. Thank you guys for listening as always.
Yeah.
Goff, what are we doing for next week's episode? Am I pulling from the bucket or are we doing one of the two that I picked last week?
what did we do? We had TV dogs, and then what was the other one?
Top dream guests, which we could possibly do top 3 alive and top 3 dead or something like that.
Okay. I had
I can
another
pull.
one. I had another one in mind though, actually.
Okay.
And I thought of this just because of the Tom Hanks episode last week with that Family Ties one. What if we did an episode where we talked about our favorite special episodes for TV shows, meaning like a very special episode. So any episode that's
Yeah.
about drugs or anything like. So we'll probably have to do a little research, but like what do you think of that one?
Top and bottom?
Top and bottom, yes. Very special episode.
Very special. Yeah, I love it. That's
Yeah,
it.
so I'm gonna leave out that Tom Hanks one though, the one from
Okay.
Family Ties, just because we already got that one. So yeah, that's all right. I like that one.
Yeah.
The
No
one I
no
came up with.
teasers.
I like that one.
No teasers. We definitely can come up with some on that. So all right,
Yeah.
we'll see you guys next week.
Later.